Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the annexed land of Balochistan, which is in parts of Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan, occupies 50% of Pakistan's landmass and contributes over 50% of its total energy resources. The Baloch nation has been facing unabated brutal repression and has persistently been subjugated, enslaved, repressed, oppressed, and colonized by the monolithic Pakistani army, and is sidelined from the country's politics, snatched of control over their resources, and deliberately deprived of the basic necessities of life, including secular education. Pakistan's treatment of Balochistan is no less than a clear violation of economic, social, and cultural rights. Mr. President, over 150,000 regular army personnel are actively carrying out a massive military operation throughout Balochistan, killing thousands of innocent women and children and residents, to establish the military stranglehold over Balochistan's coast and natural resources, and to subdue the aspirations of the Baloch nation, which is struggling to sustain the survival and protection of its national and cultural identity. The government has spent billions on the construction of military garrisons to penetrate into the Baloch system in order to exploit oil and gas, encourage madrasas and Islamic fundamentalism, to provide safe haven to extremists, and to also restrict the Baloch from having the freedom of movement. The Baloch have had no say in the construction of the mega deep sea port, Gwaza, seen as a conspiracy against the local population, which will convert to a minority in their homeland after an influx of non-Baloch encouraged by the government to migrate and settle in Gwaza. Furthermore, giving them the opportunity to elect a non-Baloch from the constituency. The Chinese government, which has assisted Pakistan in construction of the port, has apparently also contributed to the exploitation of the Baloch wealth and alienation. Mr. President, the Pakistani intelligence agencies have launched an aggressive campaign to neutralize, defame, and victimize any soul that talks about the rights of the Baloch people through foreign governments and organizations such as Interpol. The prime example of this is the apprehension and detention of two Baloch human rights activists, Herbiar Murray and Faiz Baloch, by British authorities at the behest of Musharraf in December 2007. A former Chief Minister of Balochistan, Mangel, has also been languishing in prison since November 2006 for speaking out against the Pakistan Army's military operation, exploitation of natural resources, and the disappearance of nearly 7,000 political activists who are mercilessly tortured in secret Pakistani prisons. Many either have been killed in the process or, if released, have been maimed for life. Mehran Baloch, who regularly presented the case of the human rights violations committed by Pakistan to this August forum, was asked to be extradited from Britain in a swap deal for the alleged transatlantic airline bomber Rashid Rod. Such illegal attempts by the despotic Pakistan regime in collaboration with democratic Western governments are regrettable and should be condemned by the UN Human Rights Council and the Special Representative. The world seems to have turned a blind eye because it thinks that Musharraf will remedy terrorism, not acknowledging the fact that he and the tyrannical Punjabi Pakistani army are the facilitators and promoters of terrorism in Balochistan, Afghanistan, and the rest of the region. Thank you, Mr. President.